When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Baylor Bears, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me, guys. Can't wait to get this started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bears offense will get first crack at it today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be
turning it on. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Guys, when you think about the big picture for Baylor, when you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every day. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated from there.
Gives it on the opposite. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Got a man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll do it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
QB decided to keep it on that one. Listen, if you had his athleticism, you want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off.
Touchdown Bears! Quick strike through the air for the score.
bet. Great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Houston Cougars offense will get the ball for the first time. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fighting off the defender. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Leaves it with the running back. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
That it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win.
There he goes. The tap. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bears! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Finds the tight end. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Pass interference, offense.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Snap in the shotgun. Catch in the middle. It's Sparks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw it. Got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it over the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run play action. Rush is on him. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Holding. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they'll knock him down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Can't get into the ground. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and how about it? Never a doubt. 4th down, you stick true to the RPO game and who you are. Hand the football off, make the right read, get the big 4th down conversion.
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground and throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Bears have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's caught! Touchdown, Baylor!
You
talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment, be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Houston offense once again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week. And you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools. And this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
They punted away on fourth down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent. Things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the outside. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Bears trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Touchdown Bears! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Houston offense comes onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for the first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
He gets it to the 31-yard. Big play for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to. But at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way. But the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. It's complete. We've got a timeout in the remaining seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. And it's right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. The Bears will boot it away to start the second half. End zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. We're you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Makes the catch. It's Wicks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way. This guy's 4 years. The senior makes a play after the grab. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Run the gun. The running back has it. Got enough for the push. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Fit it in the windows on the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead.
Delay of game, offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll leave it with him. Slithers into space. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of 1st downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Leads it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Touchdown, Baylor! And the beatdown has ensued.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And he's going to try to return this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to
Picked off. What a way to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Steps away to find some room. Fires downfield. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big gain.
The Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Houston offense comes onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Trying to set up the screen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Houston will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Touchdown, Baylor! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage. The change out to 84. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll pull it on the read. Find some fresh air. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time... out of the gun, the inside give. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and reading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to the left. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. That defensive front just flat. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3